high school student says she has proof that hard work pays off. She's amassed more than $1.3 million in scholarships. Channel 2's Tom Jones learned she's also been accepted to nearly 50 colleges.
You have Delaware State with 64,000, Xavier with 100,000.
All of 18-year-old Makenzie Thompson's hard work at Westlake High is paying off.
Tuskegee with full tuition and books.
Literally paying off. This is a list at her school of all the scholarships and acceptance letters she's received.
So up here I have 48. And I have 49 acceptances, but we ran out of rooms.
She's also topped $1.3 million in scholarships.
And once I hit $1 million, I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like, people don't even make $1 million in their lifetimes.
Mackenzie's principal told me she is a star-studded student.
Everything that she does is for excellence in academics.
The honors student is senior class president. She's co-captain of the dance team. She volunteers and does work-based learning at a veterinarian clinic. The city of South Fulton has given Makenzie a proclamation. Her parents say she's always been a hard worker.
She knew what she wanted, and she knew what it was going to take to get there.
We were ecstatic. I said, oh my God, 1.3 million, and they're giving you this just based on paper. And
Makenzie admits 1.3 million in scholarship offers is quite an accomplishment.
You feel proud?
I'm extremely proud of myself. It's been a long time coming, a lot of long nights.
And Makenzie has been accepted to UGA, Clemson, Purdue, Ohio State, and so many others. But she is going to Tuskegee University to study animal science. She really wants to be a veterinarian. We're live in the city of South Fulton. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
Before I get started with this story, let me give a shout out to Brian Mason for sending me the story. And Brian Mason, if y'all don't know, he sent me the story about the HBCU president that paid off the was paying the out of state fees for those 3 high school students in Georgia. And now we're back in Georgia again for this young lady whose name is Makenzie Thompson, who got accepted into nearly 50 colleges while accepting to the offer of Tuskegee University, which I believe is a HBCU. And she got offered more than $1.3 million in scholarships. I'm trying to wrap my head around how amazing that is. And that's just on one person. Now, this is another story that's coming out of Georgia. Now, you know, Georgia, they always tend to link Georgia to a lot of negative things, especially when it comes to black people. But these last couple of stories that I've been doing involving Georgia and black people have been nothing short of amazing. And I have to give a huge shout out again to Brian on Twitter for sending me both of these stories literally within a week of each other. These are the type of stories I wish I could report on all the time, because these are the stories that don't make it into mainstream media. And we know why that is, because it's not juicy enough, I guess, if you want to put it like that. But I can't really put into words anything than what has already been said. And on top of that, on top of this young lady getting accepted into all these colleges and getting offered all of this money to, as far as scholarships and tuition and everything, she pretty much, first, she's got a full ride. She ain't got to take out no loans or nothing. Everything is pretty much paid for. But what got me is how involved she is. Did you hear what they said she's a part of? They said she's the senior class president. She's, I think, a captain or a co-captain or whatever it was of the dance team. She works with veterinarians. She got a proclamation. She's really involved outside of her academics. She's very well versed with her community and extracurricular activities, which looks very, very good on a resume if she says to apply for a job. Because a lot of times it's not necessarily what you have a degree in, but they'll also look at what do you do on a social level. And I can honestly say at 18 years of age, her life is pretty much already set. All she has to do is just go out there and get it. At this point, she's already off to a great start. And I definitely salute her parents, who they did interview briefly. You probably heard them in there, but they interviewed her mom and her dad. And I'm sure they are very proud of their daughter. They raised a very intelligent, smart, very hands-on young lady. I hope to hear more amazing things about her in the future. This is just the beginning for her. She's only 18. this is what Georgia needs to be reporting on more often, besides the drama and all the other stuff that comes out of that state, especially Atlanta. And y'all know what I mean by that. I'm about to start calling Atlanta Atlanta the World Star City. But this is what needs to be talked about more. And I'm sorry that the image is blurry, but I couldn't find a more clearer image of this young lady. But either way, shout out to her. Amazing. Like, there's not enough words in the English language to describe how proud I am of her. And I don't even know her. I just found out about her less than 10 minutes ago. So shout out to Makenzie Thompson. Shout out to her parents. Shout out to anyone who was helped guide her into her success. And I think what also got me too was when they were talking, because what they do is they put the pictures up of all the graduating seniors and what schools they've gotten offers from. And her list was literally the only one that I saw, except for maybe one other person, that literally looked like a whole laundry list. And she took up 2 rows. Like, some of them only took up a row. Some people took up half. Some people didn't even have a row. They just had one school. She took up like 2 whole rows by her columns by herself of school offers before she decided to pick Tuskegee to go to. And I think that was probably the hardest decision, or hardest thing she had to do in that moment, was narrowing it down to a school to go to attend. But she feels she made the right choice, and she's going for a degree in something I've never even heard of. But you know what? Take it and run with it. That's all I have to say. As long as you do what you love, everything else is going to pay right on off. And she's already on the right track. She's one of the people that you really don't have to, worry about. You might check in every now and then, but you know that she's in good hands like Allstate. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you are new, make sure you go ahead and hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video or go live.